What is up, Yapping Hours crew? Guys, we're back with a part 2 of the Tyler1 video that we made. And just want to jump into some of Tyler1's hot takes. Well, I'm considering them to be hot takes. And I'm going to give them to these guys. Rainbow did watch the video in question here. Crim did not, but I took some notes and I got the hot takes here for you guys. So here's the first one that Tyler1 brought up. Tyler1 says, MOBA games are a dying genre. Now, I don't think Crim's got much to say on this one because I don't even think he knows what MOBA games really are about, but...
Isn't that like your phone and shit? No, it's not.
Yeah, so he definitely doesn't know about it.
He definitely doesn't know about it.
Oh,
So,
okay. You said MOBA.
MOBA.
MOBA, yes.
Oh, I heard mobile. Oh, yeah. No,
You know what a MOBA is,
right?
though.
Yes, sort of. I haven't really played them on my own.
Okay, you know what League of Legends looks like and how it plays, right?
No, yes. I know it's games like League of Legends. Yeah, I don't think they're dying. I have people that are like addicted to that shit. My bad. I thought you said mobile at the beginning.
No,
and I
not
was
mobile.
like,
MOBA.
yeah, it's like it can't be dying if women
multiplayer-
mobile is not tough.
Multiplayer Online Battle Arena is what it stands for. And
Oh, yeah.
he's claiming that they're dying. I don't know where he's getting this information from, but as you mentioned yourself, you know people that still play League.
Yeah, and not
They're
even
all
just
miserable.
me alone. I feel like, well, I can't give any examples. My friends always try to talk to me about it, but I low-key doze off because I have zero interest in MOBAs. I still haven't played League of Legends, and I don't want to play any League of Legends type games. They just look so
Save yourself.
boring.
They're trying to add you to their misery.
Like every time I see gameplay of League of Legends, and I'm not trying to hate on you guys, it looks so boring. I never see like the appeal of it.
No, you know what the meme is? Is that League players love everything about League of Legends except the game itself.
Yep. They have a
Yeah,
love-hate
that's like-
relationship with it. They all hate playing it, but they can't stop playing it because it's like the only thing they know.
It's
And
Madden,
that-
PK, and Call of Duty type shit.
That actually proves one of my hot takes way back in the past that we recorded, where if the game gets you upset, and that means you really love the game.
Oh, well, there you go. Rainbow, what do you think? MOBA games are dying?
I say yeah.
Whoa.
Because it kind of goes back to what we talked about on the previous episode. Make sure to watch it. Where we were talking about how like there's like he was saying like with Street Fighter, like there's nobody really new coming in. Like when you see like League of Legends teams and all that, it's always same teams, which are pretty much the same players over and over again. And then when it's like celebrity players, you only really know one, which is Faker. Everybody else is either like a couple people know them, or you don't know who the fuck they are until you see them on stage.
Celebrity. I don't know why you use the word celebrity.
And also, I was gonna
guess.
say also, hi Goro. I was gonna say like
Anyway.
just because you're not getting
Still
new
dead,
people in the just because you're not getting new people in the competitive scene doesn't mean the game is dying.
Okay.
Remember, casual players.
Well, first off, we're not really talking about the take itself, because the second take I have here is League of Legends does not get new players. That's the second take, and we're actually talking about that instead of the other one. But sure, we'll make the transition. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, does that really matter? I mean, isn't that usually the same on most games? Like most games, their pro players are pretty much the same, and then you just gotta wait for. You gotta wait a while until someone new to actually show up. So that's why I'm saying like you shouldn't let the competitive scene dictate the game's lifespan.
I fully agree with Crim on that one. You got to wait for the next generation to take over, because it's not like athletic sports, right? Where in athletic sports, your body decays and eventually you got to fucking retire. This is a fucking video game, which is just hand dexterity. Dude, you will be playing until like you're 40 or some shit, maybe. Possibly. 30s to 40s. I don't know. Like it's...
I think... Here's the thing about generalized takes, is that you can look at the different perspectives. I think what you probably should have said, and was probably like more agreeable, is that in North America, it's dying. Because StarCraft 2, that game is like, what, like 30, 40 years fucking
really old.
And it's still the most popular, like, MOBA, or I don't think it's a MOBA. I forget the genre of the game. but it's like the
It's
most
definitely not
popular
on
game.
MOBA.
It's the most popular game, more popular than League of Legends in Asia. Like Koreans and pretty much Koreans are like the we're gonna keep this game alive. And notice how when I said Faker, for those who do know, you know, but for these guys, he's Korean. Which is like where the birthplace.
I'm familiar with who Faker is. I mean, you call him a celebrity, which I don't think is accurate, but I understand it. He is in like every single League of Legends music video as like the protagonist. So I guess he has hit celebrity status in a goofy way. I don't know, man. But anyways, continue.
You know, guys, when you say celebrity, it's just weird, but
yeah,
it in relation to like how we think of celebrities, he'd be a celebrity.
He's the face. Oh, he's almost the face of League at this point. But I don't want to consider him a celeb. But sure, celebrity status in terms of League, whatever. Anyways, I in terms of the first hot take, real quick, MOBA games are a dying genre. I 100% disagree. They are not a dying genre. You got Deadlock, which is about to come in, but that's like a hybrid of shooter and MOBA, and you know. People fucking love MOBAs. It is absolutely not dying. It's very easy for people to get into those games. And I would argue they're probably like, it's probably the top genre and next to like FPS, if anything. So I don't think it's dying. In terms of League of Legends does not get new players, I don't fully know, but I also disagree with that take. I do believe there's always people coming into the game. Like if you want to compare Street Fighter and League of Legends, I would say within a month, you probably get about 5 brand new Street Fighter players that are like, yeah, I want to try this shit. And then for League of Legends, after a month, you probably get over 100 people who are like, yo, I want to try this shit. Just off of something stupid like wanting to play with e-girls. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, there you go. It's very easy.
Do y'all want us to have a video about hiring an e-pal? Make sure to give this a thumbs up.
No, but honestly, what I think is that like whether or not you're getting new players or not, I don't think it really should matter because the competitive scene is its own scene. Like I don't know, does it really matter?
I think he's talking in like general. I don't think he's necessarily talking about like competitive. I think he's talking like in general, just new people playing the game. And new people playing the game, he's trying to say like it's dying, but I disagree. I think there's a lot of people who are coming into League. It's just for us, we don't really see it because we're not into MOBA games like, or at least League.
Even then, it's like as long as there's a player base, it doesn't have to be new players. As long as the people who've been playing it are actively playing it, that means they're keeping the game alive. Like, sure, it's nice to have new players, but
I get what you're saying, but I still believe it's also really good to get new players playing the game. I don't know. That's for like completely
niggas. Just like Smash niggas and sports niggas and Call of Duty niggas, we also have League.
Yeah, because if you're just constantly playing with the same people, then and then a new player comes in, then they're just gonna get mollywopped. But anyways, we'll probably talk about that eventually. But here's the third hot take. So bear with me with this one. You gotta listen in. He said, Tyler1 says, if you play someone who is not a streamer and doesn't have the time to invest into a fighting game, would they play it? Like, he's asking that question, and he basically said himself, no, they would not.
So if they're not a streamer?
So
if
you play someone who is not a streamer and doesn't have the time to invest into a fighting game, would they play it? And he says no. You have somebody who's not a streamer, right? He doesn't stream at all. And he's not into fighting games. Or he's never played a fighting game. Sorry, that's not that he's not into it. He's never played a fighting game. And he sees Street Fighter 6. And he's looking at how complex it is. He's looking at all these different combos and everything. And he's processing in his mind like, wow, this is going to take a lot of time for me to get good at this. Would that guy play the game? Would he play Street Fighter 6?
Yeah, he would. He wouldn't be like super serious like FGC motherfuckers, but he would play it.
Okay.
I know fighting games, that's like the appeal of it. I feel like most people see it as like this big scary thing because, like I said, super in depth. But like, it's also if you're like a super casual player like Rainbow, then you will pick up the game and just mash buttons and have some fun.
But Rainbow doesn't count because Rainbow's already been into fighting games.
Yeah, that's right. But like new people.
Yeah, like you're 9 to 5. I say no because here's the thing for a lot of people. They can't think about fighting games. They think about other games that are more simple because they got taxes and mortgage.
Oh, that's what I be saying. You're so stupid. That's what I be saying. Versus older people, you know, they got taxes, they got jobs, they got, you know, mortgages.
It's because like it's in the end it just matters.
You're
like
so stupid.
if it just matters if it catches the players.
But here's the thing, right? And I actually agree with this hot take. I don't even really consider it a hot take in my opinion. Maybe it is a hot take to you, Crim, but to me, I think it's 100% valid. And here's why. Obviously, for what Rainbow said, which came out of my fucking mouth maybe like a good year or two ago. Right?
A couple months ago, like I'll show the clip too, so you can put it in the video.
Sure. But fighting games, you have to look at two different games here, right? You got COD. Let's say you go to GameStop and you're shopping. You got Call of Duty and you got Street Fighter, right? And you're looking at both of these different games. COD, you're going to boot up and you're going to instantly be able to start shooting people and playing the game, right? It's only aim accuracy that's necessarily required, right? Like, you just need to shoot and kill people. Street Fighter, though, you're going to have to hit the lab. It's also like $60 too. And you're going to have to hit the lab and master a character, go to the combo trials, whatever, and constantly get your ass beat over and over again and learn and learn and learn. L's are lessons. You're constantly taking your lessons. And people are going to look at both of these games and think, as someone who's not a fighting game player, they're going to look at that and say, like, well, why would I invest $60 into this game? And I got a 9 to 5, I got kids, I got a wife, and I got to, like, adopt this baby and have to, like, learn all this different shit with Street Fighter when I could just buy Call of Duty.
This fully grown adult.
Yeah, this fully grown adult.
Yeah, but like,
and I could just shoot, and have fun.
It just depends on the player and the genre together, both as a whole. That's
you get that, but it's like the majority though. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but like in terms of like the majority of people, like the majority of people are probably going to pick COD.
Yeah, it's a team game. The boys are on. Whereas fighting games, it's a 1v1. Wait, like you'll just be like, wait, where are they doing that?
Well, not only is it a team game, but there's multiple different ways to play, because there's also like you can do wingman, you can do 1v1s, you can do deathmatch, zombies. There's so much variety in that game, and you don't even have to like learn a combo. You just hold one button and aim, and they're dead. Dopamine rush. Street Fighter, you gotta learn combos. Well, you know, because that's what everybody assumes. And then you gotta beat people, and it's all based off of your own skill. And yeah, there's just so much more depth to that. So,
which fighting games, put in more modes fighting games, because holy shit. The closest one modern fighting games was like Tekken 8, and the modes that they have aren't even online. Like, okay, dude.
And that's a whole different conversation, though. But I don't know.
Maybe it's just me, because me personally, I try to dodge shooters. I never found you
right, but that's because you're a fighting game player, and you're approaching this whole thing from a fighting game player's perspective and thinking like, well, shit, I love fighting games. So does everybody else, right? It's that whole thing where like babies, when not to make you look like a baby here, but like, you know how when a baby's perspective is like, oh shit, when I fall asleep, so does the rest of the fucking world. Like, the world shuts down when I shut down, and when I wake up, everybody else is fucking awake too. Like, you're only looking at this from your own POV, and I agree with I agree with Tyler on this one. I actually think 100% someone who is not a streamer, doesn't have a lot of time to devote to a fighting game, they're gonna just look at fighting game and say, ew, fuck that, I want to play Street Fighter. Like, we know so many people who don't like fighting games because of a lot of these fucking reasons. But anyways, I'll talk about the next take here. If this is your first fighting game, and it's kind of the same thing, but if this is your first fighting game and you have a 9 to 5, then you won't be able to get to master rank without a huge time commitment.
Okay, no, that one's true.
Oh, sure.
Fighting games.
It's not across the board, like.
Yeah, fighting games are like super in depth, like I said, and you need a lot of spare time to to get good at not the franchise, but those type of games, like just fighting games.
You either got to be a veteran at fighting games to hit to masters really easily, or streamer. So
or streamer, yeah, or you got time to put in because you're unemployed. Shout out to my unemployed niggas.